Hey, what's up, y'all? So this morning, I'm waiting for it to just click on. There it goes. So this morning, I am just getting ready to open up a new bottle of methylene blue. I just got it yesterday. I also have, which I linked in the products down below. Now this one I've been taking for a while. You can hear it. Let me get my new methylene blue. Give me some juice. Yeah, baby. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Thank you for joining. And I have my methylene blue. So we are going to demonstrate how easy it is for you to get into it too. So let me tell you about methylene blue. If you have never heard of methylene blue before, methylene blue is they say it's a dye, but it's really not a dye because you have to get the pharmaceutical grade. So there is methylene blue for fish tanks. There's also methylene blue for human consumption, which is the pharmaceutical grade. So you need to make sure it's the pharmaceutical grade. Now, I've seen different methylene blues be tested. This one comes back pretty potent, and that's why I've continued to use it. That's why I've continued to like it. I bought it off of Amazon before, and I can't really say that I got a better brand from Amazon. So I started buying it off TikTok, and this is my second bottle of the same brand off TikTok. This one is for human cellular support. It's for DNA rejuvenation. So if you have been feeling tired, if you have been feeling fatigued, if you have been feeling like you have just not been able to get out of your brain fog, if you have been wanting to whether it's for instance, you want to go to the gym, but you can't figure out why you're not motivated, why you can't just shake it loose. If you've been trying to figure out how can you get focused on your work, if you're trying to figure out how can you, continue to be consistent in your day with your day-to-day habits, because so easily you can get distracted or so easily you become tired or whatever it may be. Let me tell you about this methylene blue. So I really didn't hear of it before. I probably started hearing about it around February, April time this year. And so around May, I was just like, forget it. I have heard about this too many times. I don't know what they're talking about, but I have to do more research. So I began a regimen at the beginning of the year. Let me just back up a little bit. I started a regimen at the beginning of the year where I got into a microcirculation blood cleaner. So I've been cleaning my blood all year. Now, we're not going to talk about what kind of blood I have, but if you are the type of person that has good blood, you know what I mean? If you have a certain type of blood, you want to keep your blood clean. Here's why. Your frequency goes off of your blood. Your energy goes off of your blood. Your bloodline is attached to your blood. Your memory is attached to your blood. Your healing is attached to your blood. How you function every day, your blood has absolutely something to do with it. And if you are bogged down with toxins, hormones, other pharmaceutical chemicals, if you have things in your blood system that are pulling you away from what you should be doing, and I'm not talking about your job, I'm talking about your actual purposeful work. If you're not able to focus so that you can be in alignment, then it's usually that you have poor circulation and your blood has been compromised. So with that being said, I'm very big on making sure I have a clean vessel. I'm very, intentional about what I do with my vessel. I'm also very intentional about just the work that I'm doing while I'm here. So with that, I got to the methylene blue because it came across my desk and I was like, I can't hear about this and not know about it, So I started doing more research on methylene blue. This was used when they were in Eastern part of the world, Eastern Asia, whatever you want to say, not Southeast Asia, but really like China, stuff like that. And they would dye their fabrics. And what they would figure out was the blood was absorbing the dyes, which was the methylene blue, which is it's actually a flower, it's an herb. And so their skin was absorbing methylene blue, and they started to realize those who were working in these factories with the blue dye, the methylene, the flower, they realized that they were living longer and they weren't being as sick and that they weren't having to have as long to take for recovery. Their bounce back was better than any other. You get what I'm saying? So they begin to research in the 1800s, really. methylene blue. But methylene blue is one of those things that they like to keep at the table, and they didn't want the common man to know because it was more or less workers who were mostly exposed to the methylene blue. They didn't want people to know that. It was the workers who were living longer than the royals, right? So the royals wanted in on how do you live longer. It's the working man being exposed to the methylene blue. So, shortcut, fast forward to today. We are now holding methylene blue in our hands as a common pharmaceutical grade supplement that you can take because it helps to repair your DNA. And what it does is it helps you on a mitochondrial level. Now, if you don't know what a mitochondria is, that's part of a cell that helps with the memory and the function of the cell. So why does a cell do what it does? Because it has mitochondria. Mitochondria holds the memory load of the cell. So if your cell starts going haywire and it doesn't know what to do, it goes out of whack. For instance, you should have a skin cell and it should be on the top layer of your skin, but you start having ingrown skin or calluses or keloids or whatever. It's because the mitochondria is doing something different than the rest of the skin. So the memory of that skin is now coded to something else. Okay, so if you want to keep your codes, yes, I'm speaking like that for a reason. Catch it if you can. I'm dropping it. Can you pick it up? Catch it if you can. If you want your codes to keep working properly, where you are aging the right way, you're not aging rapidly, again, because you got toxins, parasites, hormones, steroids, pesticides, herbicides. Don't mind that phone, I'm talking to you. Herbicides, pesticides, we got it all in our foods, which is tricking our mitochondria, the function of our cells. Because of that, you want to get something to help you, something helping you. So why not do what ancient Chinese, hold on. Okay. Anyway, it's business all day and I'm just trying to talk to you. So if you want to have cellular repair, you catching it right? Cellular repair. You can't talk about what somebody else is doing to you if you're not doing something to counteract it or counterbalance it yourself. So don't talk about they keep putting poison in the food. Don't keep talking about they keep bombarding us with these TVs and these Wi-Fis and these different type of wave frequencies, microwave, if you still using it. Don't complain about what someone else is doing if you have the power to take control of yourself for yourself. You need to fix your mitochondria DNA. You need to fix the memory loads in your cells so that as you start to age, they don't go haywire and then they don't start turning on you, making you sick and diseased and ill and just not yourself. Because when you are sick and you are ill, it changes your frequency. When you are sick and you are ill, you cannot complete your purpose and your task and your job while you are supposed to be here. If you are sick, you are not able to be the light and receive and emit frequencies the way that you should because you've been compromised. So don't talk about what they doing if you're not doing nothing yourself, because you got to be just as powerful and you got to be just as forceful and you got to be just as intentional as someone is that's wanting you dead and opposing you. So we ain't gonna get too deep because it's TikTok. Y'all know how it go. With that being said, heal yourself. Heal yourself. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Hey, girl. Hey, BFF. Hey, girl. So, hey, Tiara. Let's see. Hey, Addie. Let's see who else is in here. I see y'all coming in. Simone, Sean. Thank y'all for joining. Kirk, what up, though? Thank you guys for joining. So, again, if you have never heard of methylene blue, you should check it out. Now, let me tell you the differences in the methylenes because, I had to do a little research now. There are two types of methylene. You have to get the pharmaceutical grade for human consumption. The other one is for your fish tank. Now, why would fish need to be in methylene blue? Anybody got that answer? I do. Fish are in methylene blue because of the water keeping them stable and keeping them in their homeostasis. So that means the pH in the water, if it does fluctuate just a little bit by a few points, it's not going to affect the body of the fish, and their cells don't begin to turn on them and then they become sick because of the water that you gave them. Well, it's no different for our bodies. We are putting things inside of our body that are compromising us and altering our pH balance. And when you have a pH balance that's too acidic, that's how diseases begin to flourish in the body. And when you are alkaline, no disease can live in an alkaline body. So when you are putting the pharmaceutical grade methylene in your system, it's helping to regulate your pH balance so no disease can actually live in the body. That way your cells, the mitochondria of it, the memory bank of your mitochondria, cannot be, influenced by a compromised immune system. And so your stem cells and those cells that are willing to fight, whether it's white blood cells or you have stem cells or your red blood, they are willing to fight whatever is foreign in your body, and it doesn't have a compromised memory, so that if cancer gets in the body, that's how cancer spreads. Or if you get any type of just compromised immune system, whether it's a cold or flu or whatever, your body will not be so compromised so easily, because the memory in the cell says, baby, we fighting around here. We tussle with anything around here that don't belong. We fight. Instead of your body being like, okay, all right, I'll succumb to this. No, your body's going to have a better chance of keeping everything at bay that's supposed to be at bay, and anything that should be thriving is going to thrive. That's the power of methylene blue. Now, again, be mindful that you are not getting the fish grade. You are not getting the aquatic grade. You are getting the pharmaceutical grade fit for human consumption. We got it? We good? Now, how do you find that? You can go click this cart. Listen, you can go click this cart. Now, let me tell you, the reason why I'm going live today is not for just the methylene blue. Now, what I found out is the new TikTok trend is people can go live and get paid more money if you follow these directions. So I'm going to give you not only some blood cleaning tips, some cellular healing tips, but I'm going to tell you some money tips right now, because we're on a health and wellness journey, and we're on a wealth wellness journey, okay? Because we get into the bag. That's why my name is called In My Digital Bag. I'm giving you the bag too. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you can qualify as a creator. Now, if you don't qualify as a creator, that does not mean you cannot get to the bag. So if you qualify as a creator, go get this. Here's why. It's $25. Regular price is $49.99. So it's 49% off, right? With that, you are able to make a commission on this particular product. Now, when you make a commission, they are giving you a high commission because they're giving a discount right now. So for every bottle that is $25, they're going to give you 15 of it. So that means they make 10, you make 15. There's the bag right there. Now, let me give you the other part of the bag. There's a plus sign down here. Now, I know some folks don't like going live. That's okay. But some folks don't even like posting. And that's crazy to me, because you're on here and you're not getting no money and you on here. Okay, so let's get some money, right? So go to that plus sign down there, right? And it's going to pop up as if you're going to post. You want to go all the way over to the right side where it says go live, but you don't want to go live. I just happen to be going live because I'm telling you how to get to this bag, because I'm in my digital bag. So when you do that, go to the live center. Over in the live center, there are some resources and some tools. You listening? If you need to write it down because I talk fast. So after you go to the plus sign, then you go to the live center. Okay? You don't go live. Not yet. Not if you don't want to. Not yet. You go to the live center. When you go to the live center, there are tools and resources. Look for that line. Now, they're going to tell you that you can go live. They're going to tell you that you can look at some of the analytics. And then they're going to say post. You're going to want to hit the post button. You need to do this step. hit the post button. Now the post button is going to show you some campaigns that are running right now. When I looked at this campaign last night, which I told myself I should have went live, but I laid my black self down and went to sleep. Now let me tell you what happened in the meantime. When I looked at it last night, it was about $80,000 in there for rewards. That means if you go live and you can get at least 1,000 views on your live, that they're willing to pay you $10 per 1,000 views, which is far more than anything else is paying right now. So not only are you going to get a commission for having the product, but for every 1,000 view, you are going to get $10. Now you may say, but don't nobody watch me like that. Just hold on. Hold on, okay? So what you're going to do is go ahead and click. Now, if you have products that you can promote the products. But here is where the kicker comes in. Once you make a post, post it. I went over somebody's head. Oh, I know I did. Do you know how many people I talk to that say they have drafts? They have videos, pictures. They have been creating content in their drafts. And they ain't posting. And you just don't know. Hold on. You just don't know what's going to pop off. You just don't. So make the post. But if you are daring, like myself, I don't mind. If you're daring enough, hit the live. So not only now do I have a product tagged to my live, but all the people that keep scrolling, whether you stop on this video or not, baby, it's a view. It's a view. Now, once I stop this camera, I'm going to save the video. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm going to save the video and I'm going to run it as a commercial. And I'm just going to tag the same thing. I'm tagging the Live Center and I'm tagging the product. Do you know how much a video can make you now? $12,000 off one video. Now, I've been live approximately what? Can I see? I can't. I don't even think I've been live 10 minutes yet. Being live 15 minutes or less, at least 1 minute of it needs to be something that you can clip and post. Or just post your live. If you're live for less than 10 minutes, hear me out. If you're live for less than 10 minutes, you got not only the views from the live, not only any clicks that someone may have bought the product, but you're going to download or save the video, which you got to go back into the Live Center. Save the video, then post it. But I'm going to take you a step further. Most people don't even know that all these platforms that they go on, they've been tracking you this whole time. And they have wished and hoped that you would post your content, but you haven't. If you can go live twice, download 2 videos, take it over to Facebook, take it over to YouTube, take it over to Snapchat, take it to wherever you go and you watch consistently. Drop 2 videos at the same time. Here's why. If someone sees one of your videos and they like it, they just may go look for a second. And don't you know that's watch time and views? They go look for a second. And don't you know that's watch time and views? So that means you did a job one time, you bought a product one time, but now you are across multiple platforms from one recording. But you have 2 because if they happen to want to hear just one more thing from you to make sure that they want to follow you, you can show consistency because you can at least show that you did it twice. Do you follow what I'm saying? You got to at least be able to show you're consistent by doing it twice. Something I always tell myself is money loves momentum. Money loves momentum. Money does not like a lazy soul. Money does not like a procrastinating soul. Money does not like someone with excuses. Money likes to move. Money likes to circulate. Money likes to grow. Money likes to be impactful. Money likes to be talked about. Money likes to be in rooms where it's just effortless. Money loves momentum. But if you are not a money-minded person and you are always talking yourself out of what you should or could have did or what you might be creative at, if you're talking yourself out of it at all times, money don't like you, baby. You'll never get in your digital bag. I'm talking to you like you my cousin. Hold on, let me get my stuff together, child. Money loves momentum. Money loves a hustler. That's why hustlers always look like they got that flow. That flow. But here's what it really is. The hustle is not about the money. The hustle is, are you in alignment? Are you in alignment with what you should be doing every single day that is bringing you closer and closer to your highest self? Money loves a hustler because money loves momentum. But money loves more than that, alignment. Alignment. That's why when you connect with the right person and you get in the right energy field, everything just gets attracted to what y'all are doing. Have you ever been in that type of situation before? Where you'd be talking to somebody and be like, man, we're going to get this done. I don't even know how we're going to get it done, but we're going to get it done. And boom, just like it got done. And it got done faster and faster and faster. And it clicks and clicks and clicks. And people just finding you because you are in a partnership with alignment. You're in a partnership with your hustle. It's alignment. You're in a partnership with creativity. It's alignment. I have 4 principles that I stand by, and then I'm gonna get up off here because I told you I ain't gonna be here that long to get the bag. I'm in my digital bag. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. Let me tell you. Let me give you my 4 pillars that I live by the day. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter where you're from. I'm gonna tell you this because this is what I live by. My 4 pillars. It's called real. I live every day to be real. I'm responsible. That means I am responsible for my choices, my decisions, and I'm also responsible for the outcomes of those decisions and choices that I make. I'm very responsible. 2, you want to be enriched every single day. You need to be learning something every single day. And learning is not just absorbing information. Knowledge is applying information that you have. Being enriched means you are applying yourself. You're applying yourself whether you actually believe it or not. It's the knowingness that you can. That's how you are enriched. You go and get new knowledge and you apply it. 3, you want to always be accountable. That means you want to be accountable. You want accountability partners. You want to have a mentor. You want to be in a position where you are not alone because it can get easy to check out of something. It's easy to doubt yourself. It's easy to walk away. It's easy because you didn't tell nobody what your vision was, your purpose was, so there's no one holding you accountable. You need accountability in this. The last one is you need leverage, L. You need to be able to leverage your platform. You need to be able to leverage products. You need to be able to leverage relationships. You need to be able to leverage your creativity. You need to leverage. All of that is real. Responsibility, enrichment, accountability, and leverage. If you can make sure you focus on that every single day. What am I being responsible for? What am I learning new today and applying? Where am I being accountable at and who's depending on me today? What do I need to get done so I'm not failing not just myself, but I'm not failing someone else because I kept my word to them and I got it done? And what am I leveraging? When am I putting myself in the position to be able to balance? Where am I making my progressions at? And who am I progressing with? Leverage. When you can apply those 4 things, everything that you touch becomes in alignment. And if you're not leaving a legacy, then what are you doing? What are you doing? So don't just scroll on here today. Don't just try to figure it out today. Have some intentions about yourself. And if you are struggling, with brain fog, get to the cart, baby. Get to the cart. Now, last week I put y'all on to fasting because I got on there with raw fountain juices and I've been fasting. Well, baby, listen, it don't stop. It does not quit. We are about cellular healing. We are about raising the frequency and the vibration. We are about attacking our goals and being creative with it. And we are about having new experiences. And my new experiences require a bag. My new experiences require a mean ass bag at that, honey. My bag is coming through swinging. Okay? So, from me to you. There you go, baby. Go and get it. It's $25. It's almost 50% off right now. And like I said, if you're ready to get into your bag, become a content creator, start pushing it. And if you're saying, I don't have enough views, let me tell you how I got 1,000 followers, right? Because I have been just playing around. I have 1,000 followers now, but it only took me about 3 weeks. Here's why it took me 3 weeks. I started posting from 3 to 5 times. And when I post, as soon as it pops up, I go follow and favorite my video. I go and hit that heart and I leave a comment. And I don't mind sharing it with my friends. As a matter of fact, I'll share it with myself. I'll send it in a text message to myself because TikTok only needs to know that I copied, pasted, and sent the button. And when I go back and open it, I'm opening it from my shared link. Okay, so there is the bag. Now, if you need to rewatch this, that's fine because I'm going to go back and post this video. Bye, baby.